So I didn't start playing basketball till I was in the 7th grade. And I played because my sister played, and she ended up going to the University of Houston. So, I wanted to be like her. And I didn't even have a basket growing up. So, I would take my ball and shoot at a tree branch and try to hit the tree branch every single time. So that's kind of how I got into playing basketball. So I was quick, and so that was pretty good because I couldn't shoot, I couldn't dribble, but I was fast. And so it was like, well, if you just run fast, we'll kind of teach you everything else. And then being as competitive as I am, I was like, I'm gonna get better. So, I would try to dribble and I would run off and leave the ball, but then I was quick enough to go back and get it before anybody else got it. And then I could still get down the floor and make a layup. So that's how basketball got started for me. After my father passed away, I was, I guess, a little bit maybe upset at God, because I was like, why, are you supposed to be giving me so much and you're supposed to be there for me and I'm supposed to trust, and why would you take something away that I feel like I need at this time, because I hadn't graduated college yet. And it wasn't until a little bit later, and it kind of seems like it always falls around losing someone, that your faith is tested. Every time I get to a point where I'm like, okay, this is good, God is good, He's doing everything, it was like you lose something. In 2017, I lost my mom, and I think I went through a period of, to be honest with you, I don't even know how I was surviving. Like, I was going to work, I was doing all the things, I was just living, but not really sure how I was functioning. So I had to understand and realize that He wasn't actually taking them away from me, because it was their time to go and be with Him. And so what that was doing for me was allowing me to continue my faith with Christ, because I had to get through that, and I had to realize that now I have to be strong, not just for myself, but I had to find my faith and realize that, God is always with me. And even in my struggle and, when I'm dealing with grief, that He was there with me. And I had to go through that to get to and understand that, I have to be strong. I have to trust in God. And no matter what happens, like, I'm going to have ups, I'm going to have downs, and He's going to be there for me. And there's never going to be anything that He puts in my path that He's not also going to give me the strength to get through it. Everybody's journey, their walk with Christ is different. Each day that you wake up, that's a blessing, because, our days are numbered, and with each day you have to enjoy everything that God makes. Like, when you wake up, if you're outside and the sun is shining, that's a blessing. You see clouds, that's a blessing. You just get to see people, have a conversation with them. Everybody is a blessing. After playing overseas, I had an opportunity to be in Utah with the Stars. I played a couple of preseason games, and then I ended up hurting my ankle. So then that was like it for like the WNBA part of my career. And I think at that point in time, I was, went back to being mad and, why God, like, you brought me here. It's like, dang, just one more thing. Now you made me, I think He made me hurt my ankle, but an injury caused, and I was like, dang it. And having that injury and having to understand that even though I wanted to be, like, I want to play in the WNBA, since that really wasn't my path, I had to understand that, God had a different plan for me. And out of that, I was able to, get reconnected with my high school coach, who was actually getting ready to retire at the time. And she was like, well, Erica, I need you to write a letter of interest. And I'm like, okay, well, what am I interested in? And she was like, this job, because I'm going to be retiring soon. And so I was like, yes, ma'am. So I wrote the letter, and having that situation, I guess, with me, getting an injury, not being able to have that path of playing, I could still be, in the sport that I love. So that's how I got into coaching. And to this day, I'm still a head basketball coach at high school. I'm Erica Routt, and I play for him.